It's Monday, so I just thought, I saw these over the weekend, and I go, I'm not going to be here on Tuesday, but I want to try this with the gang and see what they think, because I've never tried them.
These?
I was at the Galveston Walmart.
Okay.
And, there are a lot of things to see in the Galveston Walmart. If you've not been to the Galveston Walmart.
I bet the people watching's fun.
There are a lot of things to see there. And right in the middle, they have this huge palette of these new Pringles. And, you got the regular... Look, Pringles has, gone off the rails with the flavor combos. They've got pizza, Flamin' Hot Pizza Funyun, Dorito Funyun. I mean, they have put every flavor you could think. There's Pringles for days. At the Walmart in Galveston, I've never seen so many Pringles. And then in this palette, they had all these special Texas summer-themed Pringles. And even the cans are very Texas summer barbecue.
It literally has a Miller Lite up on there.
Yes.
What? It's got a beer on it?
It's a Miller Lite Pringle because it is limited edition grilled beer brat Pringles that have been braised in Miller Lite beer in the form of a chip. Nice. I feel like this is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where Violet turns into the blueberry because she ate the gum with all the whole meal on it.
I do remember that, yeah.
Okay, here's the next limited edition Pringle that was at Walmart, also Miller Lite sponsored. It's beer braised steak. Okay. So it's a giant T-bone. If you can't grill at your apartment, maybe you have a grilled T-bone in the form of this chip.
Oh, my God.
So it's a T-bone steak that's been braised in Miller Lite. And then the third one is... beer can chicken.
Oh, that sounds good.
Y'all seen that forever, right?
Yeah.
It's been
Beer can
viral.
chicken.
I've made it many a time.
Have you made it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a mess.
So Miller Lite beer can chicken on an open flame grill.
Can we try that first?
Okay, we try the chicken first?
Yeah.
Let's try beer.
I feel like that's the big finale, though. That's the best sounding one.
Though.
Okay, well, should we save it for last? Because all of y'all are familiar with beer cake.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
let's save it for last, Ryan. Let's save it for last. Let's try the brats first.
Okay.
We'll do the brats first.
Because I don't really want to eat the meat one.
Well, it's not meat, Ryan.
I know.
It's a chip.
Meat flavoring.
It's just, wow, that
strong.
smell
I can
is...
smell it. Wow. Almost 4 feet away from me, and I can smell it.
Here, I actually have some
Wow.
plates.
Wow.
And, the convenience of the pretzel, of the Pringle can, is that you can just take one and pass it around.
Once you pop the top, you can't stop.
So Kevin is passing around the brat. While he's doing that, I will get the T-bone steak ready to go. Again, I found these at the Walmart in Galveston. I don't know if the Walmarts around here have these or not, but since I'd never seen them before, I thought, ooh, let's try some summer food.
So I'm wondering if you can order these on Amazon.
Well, why would you want to
Can we try the first one now?
If I don't feel like driving to Galveston's Walmart.
Oh, yeah, if they don't have it around. Somebody text me at 37530 if you've seen them in a local
this doesn't.
Houston
I don't
one.
like the smell of this.
Okay, this is the brat one, right? Where's the plate, Ryan? Let me have
Oh,
it.
here.
I want to make sure I don't have the wrong ones.
Here you go.
Because I've put the plates now together, and I want to make sure I got the right one.
The first one was beer can?
The
No.
first one is grilled beer brat with Miller Lite Pringles.
Kinda stinky.
Limited edition. And the smell is...
The
it's a
smell's
little
not
mid.
good.
You know, out of all the food flavored chips we've tried, I'm like, yeah, I'll take one. It's fine. I could see myself consistently eating these.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling this one.
The smell is not good.
No.
The taste is good.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You eat with your eyes, it looks like a Pringle. You can tell the seasoning is on there strong. You can see it. I'm not hating it, actually. I thought I would hate it because of the smell. So that doesn't give it a raving review.
Kevin,
when
you're
I say
not
the
looking
smell stinks.
happy with
Wait,
that
put a
one.
whole bunch on there so I can pass it to Ahmad.
Oh, yeah, here.
What's the next one?
This is the grilled. I'm going to give a bunch of these to Ahmad.
Oh, well, maybe I'll take 3.
Uh-huh. Okay, so grilled beer brat. I'm going to give us a thumbs up.
No,
thumbs up's
thumbs
fine.
down to the
Down.
first one.
Okay. Next up, we're having a T-bone steak, beer braised steak with Miller Lite. It's a Pringle special edition that I found.
Do people braise steak with beer?
I
Is
would
that
say
something?
Or
I
if
mean,
you're
it says beer braised, but I
Miller
would
Lite.
say marinate it. Wouldn't you want to marinate it? Okay, this is the steak one, Kev. Oh, you're eating the beer brat still.
No, I just ate the one you gave me.
Smells exactly
No, that
the
was
same.
beer brat. You said give it to...
No, I
yeah.
took a whole stack. I was eating the ones that you gave me.
Hold on a second. You said give Ahmad a whole stack. You're
Oh.
still eating the brats.
Oh. Oh.
Well, Ryan, you're
This
eating
is
it
the
again.
steak right
All
here.
right, send the steak one over.
Okay, here.
I thought we were
Pass
doing
it
the other
around.
one.
No, I just took that off the plate.
That's a brat.
Oh.
That's not steak.
Okay, that's why.
I got steak in my hand. I'll go
Six.
first while y'all pass it around. It has a lot of seasoning on it.
It has a big smell to it.
Oh, my God. Totally tastes the essence of a steak.
Yeah, thank you, Mom.
Of a grilled steak. Oh, my God. Essence of grilled steak.
That's
I feel
awful.
like-
Right?
I feel like
wow.
put my face over top of a steak on the grill and just smelled it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That is 100% the essence of a grilled steak.
I don't know if there's any beer braising on that, but
Grilled,
it was steaky.
it's beer braised steak.
So
it's
what
a
are you
T-bone
saying?
steak in the barbecue
down.
sauce.
That's worse than the first one.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't like that.
I definitely still pick the brats over the steak, but
Right.
if you want to feel like you just had a grilled T-bone,
Right.
the essence
Wow.
is in the chip. Pringles.
Can I dip into some tomb?
Two, I should have brought
Oh,
some
wow.
of that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Okay, the third one is the beer can chicken. Since y'all are familiar with that one, I agree. I guess it's good to go last.
I thought
with
the
it.
first one tasted like the beer can.
I know. 'cause
The
you
funny
thought
thing
it
is,
was.
I don't taste beer in any of these.
No.
I don't
Like, I
either. I
taste
don't
no
either.
beer
I just taste
whatsoever.
like the meat. But Miller Lite obviously partnered with Pringles because the can is golden navy and it has the Miller Lite can on it. Okay, this is the beer can chicken. I'll go first.
I'd
since y'all
actually
are
like it
passing.
if they just made beer, like a beer chip. That would be good.
It tastes like caldo de pollo.
Yes, it does.
I've not had that.
You've
That's
probably.
good.
It's kind of like a seasoned chicken bouillon.
It's kind of bland. I can't taste much.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
just
very
it tastes like
chickeny at
they
all.
sprinkled chicken bouillon up on there.
Yeah.
Not even because it would be saltier.
So the first one was probably
The brats?
the best of them all, even though I didn't like that
The
one.
brat you like better?
I'll try that one again.
Where's the brat? You got that one? Yeah, you got
I
that
just
brat.
tried it again. Yeah, the first one was the best one.
I don't think I'd buy any of these.
No,
but
I wouldn't buy any of those.
But the chicken's
The
the best for
brat,
me.
I
No.
would.
No. Mm-mm. I ain't seeking these ones out.
No.
I mean, Pringles are addictive. I'm
They
just
are.
eating them because they're Pringles.
They are. If you dip the regular ones in ranch, they taste amazing.
Have you ever had like the buffalo chicken ones?
No, but that sounds good.
Yeah, that's
Ranch. God, I never knew you were so basic.
No, it's so good.
Ranch
It's-
Oh my
is the
God! Stop
condiment of
insulting
life.
him.
Stop.
You called him basic because he
Come
likes
on
ranch.
now. And I found this out in third grade when my lunchbox got messy and my ranch got all over my Pringles. It was like a happy accident.
No, it didn't salt them out, come on.
No, it happened like
Right away?
Yeah.
That's how they used to. Okay, when I was a little kid, that's how they used to advertise Reese's peanut butter cups. You have a person with a thing of peanut butter and a person with a chocolate bar,
Oh, and they spill it.
collide, and they're like, "You got your chocolate in my peanut butter. You got your peanut butter on my chocolate." And that's how they came up. That's how they used to advertise Reese's peanut
Okay, you know
butter
what's funny
cups.
about that? I was in the Galveston Target also this weekend. And on the top shelf of one of the end caps, when I was walking through with my girls, I saw this can of, we've all seen these everywhere, this giant barrel of peanut butter filled pretzels, right? Mm-hmm. Well, this one was not a giant barrel. It was like more like a Costco-sized peanut butter can. That's how big it was. And it's Reese's peanut butter filled pretzels.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
good.
that sounds good.
And I remember like slow motion. I didn't even realize I'm saying it out loud. And this is funny because your kids catch everything. I was like, yeah, I'm going to need to get these because also I have an eating disorder. Like, I just need these. And my daughter goes, Mom. I started laughing so hard.
Now, did you sample in store?
And they started laughing so hard because I said it's so casual. Like I reach up to this top shelf. There's only
crazy.
3 left. Yeah, I'm going to need to get these because I have an eating disorder. I did not sample in store. When we got home, we tried them. My husband swears they're better than regular because it's peanut butter from the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I feel like it's just the same peanut butter you get in all the dry little... You know, it's a little puffy square
Right.
of pretzel with peanut butter in it. But if you're just tuning in, we're doing Try It Monday instead of Try It Tuesday. And I don't know if these are in the regular Walmart. Y'all text me at 37530 if you found it there. Limited edition Pringles. They've paired with Miller Lite to do beer can chicken chips, grilled beer brat, and beer braised steak. I really feel like they should have just said beer marinated steak because I don't braise steak, I grill it. And also it's in the grilled tongs with the lines in the picture.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So braising is misleading, but
Yeah.
we liked which one the best. The brat had the most flavor.
Yes.
The chicken one's like, okay. Steak one we could do without because the essence of the weird grill flavoring.
I think, Kevin
It's like
and
too
I
much liquid
both-
smoke on it.
We're in agreement that we would seek none of these out.
But listen, the Kroger in Katy has carne asada, taco flavor, and straight elote flavors.
Oh, I like sun corn.
Yummy. People say that one on I-10 and Silver has them at that Walmart. That's good. Okay, so it's not just the Galveston Walmart that had it. That's good to know, and now we know. Ahmad, I guess you can enjoy these snacks. I might have to take some home, actually, so the kids can try some.
Oh,
Because
that's
they're like,
totally fine.
are we going to try these? I go, depends on how much we like them.
Yeah.
What's going to be left over?
You ain't missing nothing.
I know. Okay, coming up next, we want to take your calls because people call our listener line all the time with questions. And, you know, our audience is, you guys are the smartest people in the world. Everybody that listens to this show always has a better opinion than what we can say a lot of times. So we have a sport parent that needs your help. Let's let you hear the call right now.
Okay, here we go. Here is the listener line call, which came in on 713-278-VENT. That is the number. Here it is.
I'm calling in because I have 3 kids, and my oldest son does club sports. He plays baseball, and he's really a great player. But I'm in an online group with other like sports moms, and it's starting to feel like a scam, the whole baseball of it all. We're always traveling for him, always at his games, always spending money we don't have. I can't really afford childcare, so my 2 other kids have to come with us to all of the games, all of the traveling, all of the practices even, and I feel like I am neglecting my 2 other kids and the things that they might be interested in because my son has this passion and this skill. I don't know. I feel like I'm really hurting the other kids. What should I do? I hope he wants to go major league, but who knows? He's only 11 right now. I feel like all the time, like I should just ramp it down with the baseball and try to focus on my other kids. Maybe there's another sports parent out there who's been through this. What should I do?
All right, you can
I think
call
that's
in.
a great quandary to have because my son was in a club team, and that's what you do. You see the siblings all there. The siblings get dragged along to that child's sport, which I hope then that child gets dragged along to their sports. But how can you do it all? That's a great question to ask, and I hope we get her some good answers. 713.
No, 833.
Yeah, oops. 833-390-KRBE. That is our phone number. 833-390-KRBE. Her 11-year-old is a good baseball player, but the other 2 are being sacrificed for his sport. What should she do? We'll talk to you next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
KRBE. Turn it up. More of the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right, call us at 833-390-KRBE. I know there are a lot of sports parents out there whose kids play all year round, and one of those parents called our listener line for some advice. Here's the call.
Okay, here we go.
I'm calling in because I have 3 kids, and my oldest son does club sports. He plays baseball, and he's really a great player. But I'm in an online group with other like sports moms, and it's starting to feel like a scam, the whole baseball of it all. We're always traveling for him, always at his games, always spending money we don't have. I can't really afford childcare, so my 2 other kids have to come with us to all of the games, all of the traveling, all of the practices even, and I feel like I am neglecting my 2 other kids and the things that they might be interested in because my son has this passion and this skill. I don't know. I feel like I'm really hurting the other kids. What should I do? I hope he wants to go major league, but who knows? He's only 11 right now. I feel like all the time, like I should just ramp it down with the baseball and try to focus on my other kids. Maybe there's another sports parent out there who's been through this. What should I do?
833-390-KRBE. That's 833-390-5723 if you're going through something similar to
All right,
this.
Jody is up first. She has gone through this with 2 boys. She has some advice for the sports mama on the line. Hi, Jody. Good morning. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, so what do you have to tell this mama on the listener line?
Well, we had 4 boys, and we did go through this. But what I think the best advice I would have for is I feel he's too young. We limited our son to when he's 15. They're a little bit more serious. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And we incorporated the boys in it. We did the same thing. We had to drag the other ones there. I don't think you can avoid that, especially if you're supportive. But you learn to balance it out. But when they're older, they're a little more serious. And what my husband did do, he protected our child by pitch count because he was a pitcher and he played, field. Mm-hmm. You have to protect the child. And sometimes it feels like it is a scam. And you have to be very cautious of what you put your child in.
Mm-hmm.
And now when you say it does feel like a scam, what part of it? Because you're saying the pitch count, that's a separate thing from feeling like it's a scam for the money.
Right. Well, the travel. So we were very picky of what club we picked, what coaches we put him in. Does that make sense?
I guess you researched how the coaches manage the schedule. Okay.
And I think it was the best thing we ever did. We had one son that got a scholarship to play baseball D1 and one son in football that got to play for Sam Houston. And that's how we ended.
But why wait till 15? Because 15 in baseball, that's like senior major league there.
Well, and Jody,
wouldn't you want
by
to start
15,
earlier?
Isn't he up against kids that have been playing since they were 9 and 10 years old, and he's not going to be maybe up to par with them and can't compete?
But you can work on that on your own in practices and coaching. Other reason our boys had friends that went through this thing, and they were burnt out by the time they were sophomores in high school and didn't want to play baseball anymore.
Okay.
True. Okay. That's a good point.
That's such an emphasis on this competitiveness and the win-win-win. It's not. It should be about the win. It should be about the child and protecting their talent.
No, I got you. And your phone's starting to cut out a little bit,
having
Jody, so I'm
fun,
gonna let you go.
too.
But thank you so much. 4 boys, 2 of them went through this, and that's another piece of advice we're getting on text. People are saying if you can research the coaches and what kind of tournaments they choose to put the kids in, it wouldn't be as invasive in your life. Let's
Part
go
of
to
her
Rick on the
part of her
line.
situation is dragging the other children along and them having
And you
to
really
sit
can't
through
avoid
all that.
You really can avoid that.
There's someone said on text to make friends with the other parents on the team, and then sometimes another parent will come by and pick up your kid when you have other things to do.
Oh,
with
so
the
you
other
don't
kids.
have to
I know,
go
but the
along.
hard part of that is your kid's not there with you watching him or her.
Right,
And all the
right,
other parents
right.
are.
It's like I
that's
can't
the
go to
part
all
that
Is
the
would
that
hurt
that
me.
big of a deal? Like when I was a kid
Yeah,
playing
it
Little
is.
League, my parents didn't go to a lot of my games. Most
I didn't
of them
want
they
my
did.
mom to come.
We were
No.
a different time,
It was
though,
more
Ryan. My
pressure.
mom never
It
came
was.
to any of my volleyball games, but now it is a big deal, and it absolutely
look at
does
me.
count.
There's little Kevin out in the left field picking his
Yeah,
nose.
Kevin, pay attention. Shut up, Mom.
Okay, Rick is up next at 833-390-KRVE. Hi, Rick.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Good. Let me just reset real quick, Rick, because I know we get new listeners joining us all the time. We had a mom call our listener line for some advice. She's got 3 kids. Her 11-year-old son is very skilled at baseball, but his baseball schedule is running their life. And the other 2 kids always get dragged along because childcare is expensive. And she doesn't know. And the other 2 kids are totally getting neglected on whatever they want to do because of the 11-year-old's baseball life. And she kind of feels like it's starting to become a scam, like all these tournaments and all this travel. What is your advice for her, Rick?
So, as a father of 5 and had a son that played baseball since he was 6 years old, Houston has a lot of great teams, a lot of great programs that don't go anywhere. And so you can join a team, and then every Saturday and every Wednesday you're going to be at the same ballpark every Wednesday and Saturday, and you can line up your schedule with that. And so you got to understand, like with these select teams, your coaches are only dads who want to offer their time to coach your kid and just kind of. So you may be getting a slightly upscale service, but you're not really getting your kid. It's not like your kid's playing with retired Astros players or anything like that.
Right,
You know what? You bring up a good point, though, because I'm remembering right now when I played the Little League, we either played in Bear Creek or we played, you know where those giant old rice silos are on I-10, like right near the Beltway, between the Beltway and Gessner? There was a baseball field right behind those. And we either played one of those 2 places. So it was pretty consistent.
So where
Absolutely.
would I find this, though, Rick? Because I think what you're saying is great. You can find a club team that doesn't travel all over the state or the country or has a solid schedule. Where would I go to find that if I was this mom?
So Baseball USA, which is right there off of I-10, I-10 and the Beltway, you play there consistently. My son played at Doss Park, which was consistently. We always played at Doss. And the great thing about these parks is that they're owned by Harris County, so they're always manicured. They're always really nice parks. They're
That's what
you
it
don't
was.
go there and it's like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Baseball USA, I guess look into them. Is that what we're telling people to go look up?
It's a good
I just
option
want to make sure
because
there's a lot of options.
Mom and
or
dad
not.
can just drop the kids off, or whatever. If your child's playing baseball, drop them off, and then like to pick them up a couple hours later. That's what my mom and dad did.
I know, but I'm just telling you, Rick, don't you feel like it's a different world? My son was playing on a like
He's
a
saying they
select
still do it.
team. And yes, we would do that, but I guess it's my own mom guilt then, or my own parent guilt, I guess, because I don't know. Rick, do you go to every single one of your kids' games? You have 5 kids, and you had one son who was playing. Did you go to all the games, or did you feel bad when you weren't at the games?
I mean, that's definitely where you have the tag team effect because, I had a son in baseball and I have daughters in choir and then the other one does swim. And so, of course, you're not going to be able to be at everything, but that's where you parent up. But in this woman's situation, if she's a single mom, I think if she just had, let's just take Doss Park for an example. Doss Park, because it is a Harris County park, had a huge playground. Okay. So I could tell my kids, hey, y'all go play on that playground. I'm going to watch your brother practice here for an hour, and then we're all going to leave. But it wasn't something that was like, oh, we got to go to another double hitter or anything like that, because it was consistently we were all going to the same place all the time. So
Right.
on a traveling sense, if you got to load up the kids because we all got to go to Dallas to spend an hour, and then drive back, I think that's asking a lot.
Yeah.
When my son finally was able to start playing baseball in high school, I was so relieved because it was all there. I didn't have to worry about, I'd have to go to different schools to watch him play, but it was all the school's responsibility at that point in time.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great to know.
Spot on.
That's a great idea. Rick, thank you so much for your advice. If you're just tuning in, we had a mom call the listener line at 713-278-VENT. That's where you guys can leave us your quandaries, and we'll throw it out to the audience because she says she has 3 kids. Her 11-year-old plays baseball. He is good at it. And they had to travel, and it pretty much dictates their entire life. She feels like the other 2 kids can't do what they want to do because they're always traveling for him. And she's starting to feel kind of like scammed by it. Like she's, not giving as much opportunity to her smaller kids because of the older child. Now,
Well,
a lot
if you
of
think
people
about
on
it,
text,
those kids are being sacrificed. Like, they are not getting to live their lives and do what they want to do because they've got to be sitting in the car endlessly for their brother. Or while the game is going on, there's a couple hours there they can't be doing what they want to be doing.
My mom had to do it all by herself with me and my little brother, to where he was playing t-ball, I was playing baseball, 2 separate fields, at least 15 to 20 minutes away from one another. Dad was at work, because where's the father? Well, sometimes Dad has to work too, or someone has to work.
Yeah.
So here we are. Then it starts to rain, and you got me on the baseball field, 15 minutes away from my little brother, and she's like, "Who do I pick up first?"
or are they going to wait out the rain delay and see if we're going to play anyway?
Right. And are you? I remember sitting in other people's car, kind of embarrassed that like Bob's not here yet. She's gonna,
That's the worst feeling
you
as a
have
kid.
no cell phone. You're just
right.
hoping. You're just hoping that
Back in
she's
the
coming
olden
back.
days of the 1900s.
She usually comes back around this time, but I guess not. Maybe I can become part of your family now.
At 37530, we have a lot of advice. This one says, my son just graduated high school, and we dragged ourselves and siblings all over. He played from 7 years old to 18 years old, and he was an amazing player, but I will say that select ball was not worth it looking back. We have seen a lot of the country, and we've had some awesome vacations. We cannot fully enjoy those vacations because of the games. He could have just stayed in league ball and played in high school and been fine. If you want him to continue baseball after, and his goal is to play in hopefully the big leagues. Oh man, you guys the big leagues. There are other options to get him looked at. Another sports mom said, find a team that does local area games. There are travel ball coaches out there that are not in it for profit, and they prioritize the kids and families so that they can limit games and be considerate of people's schedules, or just play city league, like Rick said. Another person said, you can still play baseball in a league without it being some club league that travels all the time. Just go to the farm leagues. One woman's daughter has played softball for 21 years.
Wow.
She started at the age of 3. She got a full ride scholarship to a junior college, and then she transferred to Sam Houston State. Unfortunately, she was injured and couldn't play anymore, but she still plays slow pitch to this day. She started when she was 3 and travel ball when she was 8. They've done it all since then. So it depends on how the parents perceive it and how the child perceives it. Now,
could you imagine yourself being a coach? Like when your kids were really little?
No, my husband had to be a coach one time. He and another dad got thrown into it when the coach was removed, and they needed like some side coaches, and it was just kind of like craziness. And we had some tough times there because you want the team to win, or you want like your kid to make sure they don't mess up, and you're harder on your own child than you would be on somebody else's child.
Yeah, because you don't want them to look like it's nepotism.
Well, not even nepotism. You just want them to perform because you're the coach.
Yeah, I know, but the when your dad's coach, they're going to be harder on you.
The nepotism thing, you'd think, I'm going to put him first because he's my kid. Well, no, you want to make sure he's good. Roger Clemens from former Houston Astros, New York Yankees, World Series champion, said some of the most stressful. He said, I have pitched Game 7 of the World Series for the Yankees, and I have not ever felt as much stress as I felt when my kid was in Little League and they asked me to sub-pitch for them with all those little kids at that eye level. One of my friends, Jamie, who used to work at KRBE back when I used to answer phones, we've basically grown up together because she was an intern and I was the $5 phone girl in that little closet room, and nobody would come in there except me and the other 2 people answering the phones. We formed a friendship from when we were early, just early starting up in life. And she now is a mother of 2. Her daughter just graduated high school for track, and she's going to go run track. But she's my story of like, oh my God, I've seen the other side, guys, because Jamie's son John got drafted by the Phillies.
Whoa.
And when Jamie's son John got drafted by the Phillies, I was like, oh my God. you've made it. Like, you're that parent.
That's big time.
Who did the thing.
Yeah.
And your kid now is doing the thing. She said he started playing select ball at 12 years old. He was doing Little League before that because I asked her what was his order. She said he did 3 years at OU for baseball, and that's when he got drafted by the Phillies. Now he's in Florida working his way up the minor leagues. Now, I will say this about the draft thing. The draft thing for MLB is not like NFL, where they do the whole thing where they press the jerseys right there, and it's like, the commissioner of the NFL making the whole... I mean, it's like a multiple-day event, and not everybody's locked in the way they are for the NFL draft. But, the phone call is the same. When the phone rings, you're answering it.
How exciting.
And you want to see what team it is. And you're not going to miss a phone call. And you don't know if another one will come after it. And for John Spikerman's story, born and raised Houstonian, he picked up the phone. It was the Phillies. So he said yes. After he said yes, the phone rang again. It was the Astros.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be so cool.
But, you're just a commodity at this point. He could end up for the Astros one day. We don't know. He's in the farm leagues now for the Phillies. That's where everybody goes. And then you start up, and who knows where you end up. But John Spikerman, you can look him up. He went to OU. Now he's farm league for the Phillies. And he's that story of these Houston boys whose parents travel. There's select ball. There's club teams. And he was told by some teams, they're not that really good. Or some dads wouldn't play him because they wanted to play their boys. Or he wasn't picked. Or he was like the one that... Jamie and I had a lot of conversations about John's career in baseball, and I'm so proud of him, and I'm so happy for her because I'm like, wow, you did the work, Mama. You did all those teams, and he's in the MLB, in the minor league. So, I don't know. Y'all go to the listener line, 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone. And you can tell us your thoughts on that and any other quandary you might have. We can help you out with. All right. Coming up next, the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards happened over the weekend. Sabrina Carpenter was there. So many different stars. But there was a huge surprise there, and you may have missed. We'll talk about it in Scoop next on
Time for your daily scoop, Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE's Roula and Ryan show with Eric.
All right, we want to get you to the Beyonce show. She's here this weekend. So today, this week, 4 chances a day to get to Beyonce's show with a hotel room. Now, how's this going to work? All right, we already did it at 7 a.m. You got 3 more chances, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. We're going to give you a code word to text us to 37530. The code word changes every time. Right, so you got 4 chances today to become a finalist by texting the code word, being Texter 104. We call you back if you are Texter 104 and you score a pair of cowboy boots from Texas Country Western Boots. That then makes you a finalist for Beyonce tickets. Now, that's the Cowboy Carter 2, of course, going to be here this weekend, and every weeknight, 6 p.m., Kevin and Audrey are going to pick one of the 4 qualifiers' names to win the grand prize, which is the pair of tickets to Beyonce, and we'll even get you a hotel room for the night of the show at the Wyndham Houston. So that is happening all this week, 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. You got 3 more chances today. And, it's just another one of those experiences that KRB is providing for you. All right, over the weekend, the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards happened. It was the 30th annual Kids' Choice Awards. The kids where people get slimed, all these celebrities get slimed. And the big surprise, the huge surprise, was that a Minecraft movie was not the favorite movie. Kids are crazy for the Minecraft movie. Chicken Jockey. No, it got beat out by Wicked, which of course still has a lot of momentum. And in related Wicked news, the original Wicked on Broadway, Kristen Chenoweth played Glinda, the Good Witch. Kristen Chenoweth also is in the news this weekend because she sang the national anthem at Game 7 of the Thunder Pacers game, where the Thunder ended up being the NBA champs. And people were really not happy with her performance. I'm thinking, hello, she's a Broadway star. What went wrong? Well, you tell me what went wrong when you hear this clip. I guess they just didn't like her Broadway twist. Here's the clip of Kristen Chenoweth singing the national anthem.
Oh, sing does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free.
Wow.
And the home of flowers
How can you hate on that?
I don't know how you hate on that. I mean, she
No,
carried
she's-
free a little bit
think it was
long.
real
She's
high.
classically trained.
Yeah.
So,
People are being just a-holes.
yeah,
They are. I mean, she's
Talent.
a powerhouse. If you think about it, she's like, I want to say she's not even 5 feet tall. She's
She's
this
a tiny
petite little thing, and she can belt it.
Yeah, she's amazing. All right, here's some random facts about things that happen in pop culture. It's already been 10 years since these things happened. And you're thinking, wow, it's already been 10 years? Y'all, it has been 10 years since Tom Holland was announced as the new Spider-Man.
No way, really?
Yes.
So he's in his third.
10 years. He's
Like-
19. Now he's 29.
Wow.
He replaced Andrew Garfield. I can't believe it's
and
been
I
10
think
years.
he's signed up for 3 more movies.
That's crazy. We heard 10 years ago, we heard there was a Top Gun sequel in the works. Well, we got it a couple of years ago, right? 7 years later, it came out in 2022, and it's already grossed $1.5 billion.
Jeez.
And they have greenlit. There's going to be another Top Gun movie.
Yeah, number 3, the third thing on the list of things that happened 10 years ago. I can't believe this. Inside Out premiered 10 years ago. The Disney movie Inside Out about your emotions with Amy Poehler playing joy.
And they've done one
And
sequel.
Phyllis from The Office playing sadness.
Aren't they
and
doing
they've
another
done
one?
single, Inside Out 2. But when this premiered, one group of kids in Ohio were traumatized when a theater screened Insidious Chapter 3
Oh, my God.
instead of Inside Out.
Oh, my God.
Insidious, Inside. Obviously, I guess the reels got mixed up. So all these children were
That
terrified. That
happens.
was 10 years ago.
You remember that story when my daughter Faith was really, really young. We went to see one of the SpongeBob movies, and for some reason they played like the Red Stripe trailer.
Scariest.
It was for Rambo, and it showed a man getting his head cut off in the trailer. And I'm like, I'm protective, Dad. I didn't want to be like, go super Karen on him or anything. But I'm like, you just traumatized a whole theater
That's
full
crazy.
of kids. Like a guy got decapitated in front of them.
God. Also, 10 years ago this week, Forbes named Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris the highest paid celebrity couple. They had a combined earning of $146 million, which is nothing for her now.
God, she's a billionaire
Also, they're
now.
not even dating anymore. She's basically almost married to Kelsey.
I
Travis
forgot,
Kelsey.
I forgot her and Calvin even dated.
Yeah, Calvin
I forgot
Harris.
about that.
And actually, when he broke up with her, he released that song "My Way," and you were thinking like, it's like I want it my way, but it was more like it was like a diss song
I didn't
about
realize
how
that.
she wanted it all her way. I don't know. It was kind of a diss song. I was kind of I was kind of like not really crazy about that because I just like to see celebrity couples when they're over. Just let it just be over.
Sometimes it's hard to let it go. I mean,
It's cathartic to write a song about it and
true.
have it go number 1.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Time for what's going down in H-Town on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
I didn't know if you heard about this, Rolla, because you're a Galveston girl now. You're down there all the time. So is Eric. So Six Flags acquired the Pleasure Pier from Tillman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Channel
When did that
11.
officially happen?
It says Channel 11. No, this is HNN News. Okay, it says bigger
What's
throws.
HNN?
I'm not sure. This
it's
is
like
Where's that
OAN.
clip of David from
this
Schitt's
is on
Creek?
this is
Let
on
me get-
this is
he'll
on
get it out.
Instagram.
He'll get
This
it
is
out.
on
Is it
Instagram.
hearsay? If it's on Instagram, who created it?
It's on Instagram. It says HNN News. It says bigger thrills on the horizon. Six Flags set to supersize Galveston's Pleasure Pier. It says they've acquired Galveston's Pleasure Pier and plan to triple its size, adding new rides, dining, and attractions. Construction begins in 2026. Kevin, fact check this real quick for me, please.
HNN
Because this
is
just
Hawaii
popped-
News Now. is
This
what I
just
see.
popped up on my feed. I don't know. I haven't even had time to fact check this
I mean,
yet.
I don't know why they would
You haven't had
make
time
up
to
a story like that. That's-
Fact check it, but you're telling everyone.
No,
like
it
it's
just
news.
popped up. It just literally popped up, and I'm like, oh, gotta check this. Hang on, let's see if this is like rumor. God, I hope it's not a rumor. That'd be great if they tripled it in size. That'd be so cool.
I don't know how they could. I
This
mean,
one
how
says
much
it's
further
the
out is the beer
onion.
gonna go?
What is the onion?
That's
no,
fake
the onion's
news.
BS.
Stop. That's fake news.
Oh, KHOU. Pleasure Pier denies viral rumors.
about Six Flags, Ryan.
Thank God we
and that
checked
was
that.
7 days ago.
I should never, ever.
Oh, my God, please.
Just believe. Okay,
here we
thank
go.
Turn
God.
this up as loud as possible.
Okay, you
here
gotta
we
play
go.
it, play it, play it.
Never heard someone say so many wrong things, one after the other, consecutively in a row.
So it was
Yeah.
a load of crap. My apologies.
Back on
Never-
June 13th, Galveston News. All you
Never
gotta do is
go
Google
with
that,
what
Ryan.
just pops up on your feed.
But why would you include that? You
I
should've-
don't know. It just
you should have
popped
Googled
up.
it and said, should I put this
I
in the
didn't
news
have
today?
time. I'm
oh,
like,
it's fake.
I should have checked that.
Well,
I'm
it's
sorry.
only been 3 hours into the show.
How about we
Even
go with
MSN is on that one. Like,
how about we go
HNN.
with something that's real? The Rockets acquired Kevin Durant from the Suns.
Yes, that is a confirmed
so
real
that's
news.
a done deal.
all right, are we
Sorry
sure
about that.
this?
We just gave Tillman's listening. He's like, "Oh my God, I did what?
Did what?
What the hell are you talking about?
You're
What the hell are
insane,
you
boy.
people talking about? All
So
right.
the Rockets acquired Kevin Durant, Jalen Green gone. So is Dylan Brooks. That was the trade to get Durant. And the trade was completed at the Fanatics Fest in New York City. Do we have that audio?
Oh, yeah, it should be right there. I guess mine may have showed you where it.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
It's a done
It
deal.
was while he was on stage that the news officially
Kevin
came
Durant
out.
is officially a Rocket.
And
My
he knew it was going to
apologies
happen
the other
because he
one.
gave a short list of where he wanted to go. So he's
Oh,
really
I
happy
have
with
lists. I have the list thing.
Okay,
So
go
the
ahead.
that short clip.
I
You want
guess.
the, all right.
I guess you can.
Okay, it's just a short
At
clip.
this point, the wheels are falling off.
I mean, they asked me where I wanted to go. Some of my destinations, I gave it to them, and here we are.
Here we are.
There we are.
Why
Kevin
is it
Durant,
that
he's
people?
Rocket.
Why do people post like that BS crap like right there? Like,
So people like you will read it and spread the rumors.
God, I know.
That's
That
why he
was
has all the
as-
viruses on his computer.
Clickbait Ryan. Yep. All right.
Somebody, people on text are like, I roll.
No,
it's a
I roll.
hoax.
Well, that's why I asked. Can you fact check that real quick? It just popped up. So, all right.
Okay, listen, I'm going to have to skip out a little early on you guys because my vacation is looming and I have things to get done before we get to the trip. So y'all have a happy next few days. I will be not waking up at 4 a.m.
Oh, how nice. Well, what we're going to do next is we're going to check in with Kelly. Kelly, if you remember Rose's last Thursday, is with James, married to James. Early on in their relationship, he cheated. She caught him a second time cheating, and now she thinks he's cheating again. And it did look like he was about ready to cheat again. So she did leave us a listener line call. We'll get to that next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric and 104.1 KRBE.